Before we get going, for the new viewers, my name is Brando, founder of Brandlux Media. We are an e-commerce growth agency specialized in paid advertising, content creation, email marketing, and conversion rate optimization. If you're looking for a growth partner and you want a free audit, feel free to book a call down below. Now let's get going. In this video, I'm going to bring you through the exact same landing page structure that is currently generating over 8 figures per year. We use this exact same structure, not every time, but in some cases for some of our clients, it works very well. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you the page. I'm going to scroll through the page so that I'm going to analyze essentially each individual section so you understand the framework and the psychology behind, the entire page. And also, I'm going to show you how to build it with what tools and how you can do it within 24 hours, okay? With no further ado, let's get right into the video. Great, so this is actually just one of the many landing pages that we've, funnel hack and follow. And so just to give you an idea of how we actually come up with these landing pages, we use tools like Autria, or like we look at the ads library. We have several tools, right? And so we leverage these tools to actually understand what our best competitors, and when I say best competitors, I mean companies that are running 250, 500, 1,000 active ads, and which means that they're making multiple 8 figures, okay? And so those are the brands that we want to go after, right? The ones that have market share, the ones that are really pushing creatives and are really testing offers and spending millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars, testing these landing pages. So my theory is, if somebody else did it before me and has spent millions of dollars trying to battle test a concept, why should I do it from scratch alone? So the entire operation, the way that we run our agency for our clients, is literally built upon funnel hacking. And then of course we try to build better offers. And so this structure is actually, I've built it myself for the sake of videos and content, and I've actually built this myself. I didn't even disturb the team. I have them focus on clients, but I built this myself, and this kind of proves, and I'm gonna go through the entire structure and show you and break down each individual section so you understand the psychology behind building an actual landing page. And then I'm going to also bring you through how to do it slightly over here, what tools I'm using. Gem Pages. I used to recommend Pagefly, but Gem Pages I think is just a step ahead when it comes to user friendly. And look, this is a perfect example, absolute perfect example of a scenario where myself, where I'm not a developer, I'm not a designer, and I did this literally in 24 to 48 hours while running a full-time agency, right? So if I can do it, I'm sure you can do it too. And by the way, like, I've built landing pages before, but I'm not a developer. I'm not like a nerdy developer that knows a bunch of different things, okay? So keep that in mind. So if I did it, you can do it as well. It's very fast to learn, and also they have great support. So if you have any technical question, they can support. Either way, let's move on over here. So the structure of the page. So we modeled this page from an 8-figure beauty company. They're actually selling the same exact product, but the only difference, and I'm going to show you how we've structured this, right? The only difference is that they were just selling one product, which is this one, right? They were just selling this product and they didn't really have an offer to it. So what we did, and what we did to really make this offer better, is that we actually designed a whole bundle. Now, this is just kind of like an invented offer, but this is to give you an understanding of what is actually possible. And by the way, these designs, I didn't go crazy on Canva trying to design these myself. They actually look quite neat and clean, especially like this one, very professional. And this is the secret, guys. If you don't have content that is at least on this par of level, you're not really able to compete. And so what I was saying before is that I hired a designer. I mean, I used my designer within my team to do these images, and within 24 hours she was able to do them way better than me at doing these things, but she was able to basically fill up this section for me, which is absolutely amazing, okay? And by the way, just as a starting point, talking about the top of the fold here of the page, this is a fundamental aspect of the page, and I'll tell you why. Within this box that you see over here, you need to have your offer, you need to have features, benefits, discounts, trust badges, you need to have UGC content, you need to have essentially everything, right? Including these images, which technically represents a mini landing page, because as you can see here, there's text, it's basically a mini landing page. Features, benefits, there's also before and afters over here if we scroll. there's like before and afters. So basically this is, the best thing that you can do is have as much as possible, as much content as possible, as many objection handling sections as you can over here on the top. Why? Because people don't scroll all the time. Like, most of your buyers do actually scroll through, but there's also a percentage of people that would probably buy your product. They're just in a hurry, and if they don't have the information in the first 1 or 2 scrolls, they're just gonna not bother and just go somewhere else, or they get busy or distracted. That's how the world works right now. So if there's one recommendation or one thing that I've learned over the years so far, is that the 8-figure companies, they have a very strong top section. Okay, and then of course the bottom sections, like, there's multiple ways of doing it and structuring it, but this is what I like to structure very, very well. First of all, reviews on the top. I would link these to the actual real reviews. Having also like faces here, it might sound like not really important, and maybe it's not like, huge deal, but the more human interaction, the more faces people see on the page, the better. So we added this little small thing over here, which is great. Good. And so speaking about offer, before I speak about anything else, what we wanted to do with this competitor is basically model the structure of the page, but then drastically improve the offer. So what we're doing here is selling a solution instead of promoting one product. So we're doing 2 things. We're actually promoting a better offer, and at the same time as we are promoting the offer, we are promoting and selling an entire packaged solution. How is this example? Let me put it into practice here. If I were just to sell this, people would actually not really be able to use it. Why? Because you need a moisturizing cream on your face, or serum, to actually make your face like smoother and softer, right? So this is a perfect add-on, right? If you're using this device, you probably need to put your hair up, because then it's all in your freaking face. And so a solution for that is selling the headband. And then what do you do after you finish all these procedures? A perfect last step routine could be a Korean face mask, and so we added that in as a bonus. And so all of these products, basically the way that we're promoting the offer is basically they're getting them almost for free, and they're just paying a little bit more to have all of this. Okay, and so as you see, speaking about the top section, I'm going to talk about the offer in just a second. I also have an entire section to show you, which is amazing. I think it works very, very well, at least for our clients and the competitors that we funnel hack. So stick with me for just a second here. But in the first section, you should also have features and benefits. You should sell an entire solution, or at least offer the opportunity to sell the solution and not just the product. Example here is that we offer the basic kit, so they can basically decide on just getting this kit, or just getting the packaged solution. So there's a statistic that says that actually adding an extra option, as long as it's easy to understand within the landing page, doesn't hurt conversion rate. It actually keeps conversion rate the same, but it increases average order value. Why? Because we're still giving them the option to buy the original product, but we're just proposing a way better incentivizing offer, which is like in this case, save 40% today if you get the full kit, if we promote an extra bundled solution. And so conversion rate doesn't actually change. It maybe also increases, and average order value goes up almost all the time if you structure the offer in the right way. Okay, and so this is what I would say over here. Always have features over here. One extra thing that I would add maybe on the top here is like in quotes between the price, maybe the price and this section over here, maybe you have like a written testimonial, like, oh, I've used this to have an instant facelift before I go out with my to have fun with my girls in the night outs or something, right? Amazing product, highly recommend, 5 stars. Like, even having like a little small review really helps. And then what I like to do here is that what we did is that we added the learn more about our kits button. And the reason is because if people don't see this, they don't see that there's an option to have more information about the kits, right? Then they're just maybe not gonna be, they're gonna be a little bit confused. So what happens when they click on this button is that it brings them to on the bottom section, where there's the entire explanation of the offer, the difference between the basic kit and the difference between the full kit. Okay, and of course I also give them a sneak peek over here. If you buy the full kit, you get a free Korean face mask, moisturizing serum, and a headband or something like that. Okay, what we want to do here is have this section be super easy. And by the way, like, building this is really easy. Like, you can just go in here, and if I want to recreate this, I can create like, drag and drop a row, put it over here, And then within this section, right, I can add elements, whatever you want. And then I can also add, I can tell it if I want 2 sections or 1. So like this is like really user friendly. It's just a drag and drop tool, and you can basically recreate this. It probably takes you 1 or 2 days of practice, and then you'll become a master at it if you're somewhat aware with page builders. Either way, moving on. Here we want some like more information about the product, like the clinically proven benefits, whatever, recommended usage, how to use it. Basically answer all of their questions and objections. Delivery and money back guarantee. Everybody knows that people want information about that, right? What just happened? Then customer support team. And then this is really an important fundamental aspect of of this entire process. Having a UGC element on the top, a scrollable kind of like Instagram vibe type of thing, where they can just scroll through the UGC and the content and see other people actually use the product. This is really fundamental, and it increases conversion rate quite a lot. So adding this, just by far just adding this on the top really helps with conversion rate. And then we did a little comparison here, what happens if you use our facial sculptor compared to if you do like spa treatments. So we're answering kind of like the price objection. So if they have a price objection, oh, this is really expensive, then the other thing that we propose here is like, okay, but what if you do, you would have to do spa treatments to basically have the same effects and benefits of using this product, and that costs over $400. And in our solution, 330 dirhams, this is basically like $80-90. So you save 4 or 5 times. So this is really important. One really other important thing, which is also kind of like what we have over here, this learn more about our kits kind of button, is also having a quick scroll to. And this is something that not a lot of people do, but sometimes people are just interested about reviews. Some people are just interested about the benefits, results, functions. And so why not give them like a little small menu, like a secondary menu on the bottom here that can just bring them to the exact section. So in this case, if we want results, this would bring us over here, which brings me to my next kind of like point, right? Once we showcase this entire top of the fold, the first thing that you should probably be doing, not really speak too much about the features and the benefits, but you need to speak about results. And of course, it depends what you're selling. If you're selling another product, right? So this type of landing page is typically for products that solve an issue or solve a problem, any type of problem, whether it's for your skin or for your health or whatever it is, for your sleep, whatever it is. So this landing page structure is good for products that solve problems, okay? And so we want to put testimonials and before and after. So for acne, whether it's for fine lines, right? Aging. And so we're just adding as much proof as possible as soon as possible within the page. Okay, we're doing it here on the top. We are doing it also over here within the page. We're adding, there's the before and after visual GIF. We're doing it over here because we're adding social proof that other people are buying it. And we're doing it also over here. So we're doing it as much as possible. After we've shown the results, we've shown what happens when people use our product repeatedly in the first 1 or 2 sections on the top, then we can start moving forward towards the process. What is the process to get these results, right? And so we see results in 3 simple steps. Step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3. And then we can then evolve into what are the expectations? If you follow these steps, what is going to happen to your face in how long of time period? So what are the expectations in terms of like the results that you can achieve? And so we break it down by week. First week, you can expect this. Second week, you can expect that. And then the third week, you can expect whatever dramatic results. This is just an example. So I'm not advertising anything so far here. So this is fundamental. So just to recap, on the top of the section, you need to have all elements. Make sure you have all these elements, super fundamental. Then you show your proof, and then you start going into the process of how this actually works and setting expectations in terms of timelines and stuff like that. Now, what we want to do is like within the landing page, I would keep adding elements of like GIFs, images, and people actually using the product, because if there's one thing that is not great is actually having a landing page that has just purely text, especially with products that need a demo, right? If you're selling a product that doesn't need a demo, then cool, maybe it's fine. But if you want products that, if you're selling a product that actually has a demonstrational element to it, then it's really fundamental to have visual representations of people, images, content, UGC, whatever you want, of people actually using the product and showing how it's being used on their face in this scenario. And so what we want to do here Now what we're doing here is, as we add and talk about the features and benefits of the product, and as you can notice, this is only done after all of this. So we're talking about features and benefits after. Mostly features. Benefits is also on the top. But so here we're adding some elements, and I created this scrollable section that talks about the blue lights, the purple light, the red light, which essentially the features that the product has. So this device essentially has, 7 LED lights, and each LED light is specifically for one skincare concern. Okay, soothing mode, ultimate rejuvenation mode, reverse fine lines. So this is great because in this scenario, each little aspect and slide is like solving a problem, and this is a great product because it can be promoted with many different marketing angles, right? So the rejuvenation marketing angle, the fine lines, the double chin, the whatever, right? And so this is a great section that I like a lot. And then here, what's this? Spa quality, time efficiency, customizable skincare, long-term investments. This is kind of like a transitional section where we talk about the benefits, elevate your skincare routine, what's the secret, what is like a routine, and then we have, of course, a GIF where it's very satisfying. And nothing. So this is the section so far. Next, moving on, is having an us versus them, and this is really important because what you want to do is kind of have, and this is a template. Maybe if I were to do this again, I would maybe add 1 or 2 check marks that other brands have, because then it maybe looks a little bit unreasonable like this. But maybe like developed by skincare experts, I would maybe put a check in here or whatever. And then, but make sure that you're able to have reasonable kind of like features, benefits, or whatever you put over here that is reasonable, right? You don't want to have put something stupid. So you want to put 5 stars, you want to put the functionality, you want to say that it's science-based. The most important thing overall is that you have a us versus them section so that people can kind of compare and also justify what you're charging, because this entire structure and strategy here allows you to charge more. If you have a landing page that sucks and images that suck and entire sales process that suck, you probably cannot even charge $1 for what you sell. People in today's age and era don't actually trust anybody. So we're in the era of like skepticism. So this is super fundamental. And so as you do this, having this section is really fundamental because they are able to justify, okay, I mean, they have 4.85 stars review. They have this, they have this, they have this, and the competitors don't really have that. And mostly here, what we want to do is put reasonable things once again, because if you say crazy claims, first of all, make sure that whatever claim you say, you can actually say. But if you put crazy claims, people are just not like, they're not stupid. Like buyers, maybe in 2002, they could fall for it. But like, we also want to be ethical and also understand that people are, we're in a skeptical era here, and so they're not stupid. They're smart buyers. Now, here's one of my favorite sections. If you stuck until here, this is where the gold happens. Okay. Now, remember at the top where I told you learn more about our kits, it brings you over here on the bottom. And so building this section is actually quite easy. It's like basically you can drag and drop a section and basically add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 depending on the sections, or actually there's like a scrollable carousel. This wasn't even about the section, because if I go over here, yeah, this is a carousel. So you can add a carousel. You can go over here and search, and why is this showing over here? Carousel. And there you go. You drag and drop, and you can create something similar. So what are we doing here? We're basically stating what they're getting if they're getting a full kit. Okay, if you get a full kit, you say 40%, right? Say 40% with our full kit facial sculpting kit, and receive $60 worth of free gifts, which is a great offer, right? And so what we want to do here is start stacking value. Slowly you stack value, and you tell them what they're getting. And so what we did here is that I created a section with free gift on number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And I told them a little small explanation of what they're getting and what features and what benefits they're getting out of the free gifts. What we want to do here is that we want to make sure that the free gifts, at least the way that I think about it, are in demand. It doesn't make sense to offer something for free that people don't actually want, right? So might as well just offer something for free that people really want. So it really pushes them to say yes to basically the no-brainer offer, right? And so I basically do the same thing with the other products. And as an added value, I also put in here that there's free shipping and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay, this is basically it. Now, moving on, once people see the value, this is where the magic happens. We have value stacks. So there's 2 options. Option number 1, and option number 2, which is of course the most popular one, right? I know that you can also maybe do 3 options, but I mean, for these types of products, maybe you can do it for like supplements or like consumable products where there's like quantity discounts. But for this type of product, it actually doesn't make sense. So what I thought of doing is basically adding an option 1, which is the basic set, and they save only 14%. And they save 14% because, as you see in the value stack, this is where $60, $10, and so they're getting basically a $10 discount, which is free shipping, right? So really smart here is that I added the free shipping value. So I'm actually adding the value of the free shipping, telling them that this is not normal. We're just giving free shipping to you because we're so awesome. And so by adding this, I created an offer without actually discounting my price and losing gross margin, which is fundamental if you want to scale ads profitably and aggressively. And so this is a good offer, decent offer, and then they can basically just buy over here, whatever. Moving on here, this is the no-brainer offer. So this is amazing because we basically do the value stack, and we basically say you're getting this for free, you're getting this for free, you're getting this for free, and you're getting this for free. And so $150 worth of value, and there's a 40% discount because you're getting all these free products. And it's only $30 extra, and you get facial serums, facial headband, and a Korean face mask. I think they're like 20 or 5, 10, 20 pieces or something like that. I don't remember. And so they're getting this amazing offer for just an extra $30. It's a no-brainer, right? And so this is how you should start thinking about framing offers. The competitor, the person that is that actually built this landing page, right, that I modeled from, do they have this? No. They just had the normal thing without even a value stack. So I can almost guarantee that adding these elements will increase the conversion rate of your store and your brand. Okay, and then last but not least, after we put any offer, we want to put FAQs, because people always have objections and questions after they see an offer. They always do, like, oh, is this gonna work? Is it gonna work on my skin? Is it gonna depend on my skin color, whatever? And so we put typically 5 to 10 FAQ questions over here with a drop down. And this is an accordion. You can basically find the accordion over here. It's very, very simple to build this landing page. This landing page is built with structure. Like, there's a section, and then within the section you can have rows, right? There's a row, and then within the row you can have other rows and other subcategories. And then here, of course, we have like more images and just to show them that other people are using the product, to increase the likelihood of them saying, yes, okay, I trust the company, let's do it. Okay, and then there's a risk-free beauty revolution kind of guarantee. So if you're not satisfied, boom. If you're not satisfied, here's a money-back guarantee for any whatever reason. And then there's a judge me reviews. And so how this actually looks like, if we scroll, this is the exact same page, just live. If we scroll over here, there's 4.85 out of 5 stars, 196 reviews, whatever. And then there's like actual reviews, but with UGC elements. Remember, we always want to put UGC elements, whether it's the reviews or the top of the page, even our ads, whatever. We always want to add a UGC element because it builds trust and authority. Okay, this is it for this video. I hope you got some value from this. Honestly, it took me some time to do this page, but I hope that you saw some value in the way that you're building your pages. And at the end of the day, like, you can have the best ads, but if you don't have a reliable page, especially in today's era with great graphic design skills, good structure, a good offer, you just ain't gonna convert. Okay, that's the real reality and truth. Okay, I hope this video is valuable. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you are an e-commerce business doing between $50,000 $100,000 a month at least, and you want to scale to the next level, multiple 7 figures, multiple 8 figures, like some of our clients, we're actually opening up free slots for free consultations and like free audits. You can either speak with me or one of my team members, and then on the call, it's gonna be like a super laid back call. We can just connect and see if it makes sense to partner up. Okay, that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and see you in the next one. Bye. On a further note, feel free to book your strategy session with our team by clicking the button down below. In this session, we will audit your brand, come up with a custom plan of action, and then we'll explore the opportunity of potentially working together, assuming it's a perfect fit. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot, and hopefully see you on the other side.